Thanks for sticking with us here on Adelante Chicago. As we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we take a look at the stories that shape the Latino community in the U.S. One portion that continues to grow is the Venezuelan community as millions leave a country in turmoil. Many want to hold on to their history and culture while finding a new home here in the U.S. It's the type of unusual piece that people talk about, even while knowing little about its creator. It's the work of the woman known as the mother of pop art. You could call her the Andy Warhol of Venezuela and later the U.S.
I think history has just not caught up to her in the way that we want everyone to catch up to her.
At Chicago's Museum of Contemporary Art, the story of Marisol Escobar is cemented in its building with a ground-level restaurant named in her honor.
In 1968, Marisol was the very first artist in the MCA's collection.
Her abstract and surreal woodwork made her stand out in the 60s, and now decades later is still turning heads, recreated by Venezuelan artist Alonso Galue, working together with Chicago's Teatro Vista.
These pieces are huge. We're talking about maybe 20 feet long. It looks like just one piece of wood. And it's amazing, marvelous.
Hundreds of pieces from sculptures to sketches perhaps give you a glimpse at her tumultuous life.
She was born in Paris in 1930 to Venezuelan parents. She was a very affluent family. It was the boom of Venezuelan oil and real estate was happening at that time.
At 11, her mother committed suicide and Marisol stopped talking for the decade that followed. It's those bits and pieces of her life that have drawn the world to her work. While the life-size figures stand out, so do her portrayals of poverty and social injustice.
She's a big influence in a lot of artists in Venezuela. And I can say specifically in my work how much she has influenced and evolved everything that I know.
A star in the art world that has faded through the decades in Venezuela as that country deals with its own tumultuous life. Millions of Venezuelans have fled the South American country in the last 2 decades over ongoing government chaos.
Due to the dictatorship, all of our cultural values has been destroyed. What was at the museum is no longer being taken care of.
If she were alive today, she would probably be making art that would force our focus into what's happening to Venezuelans right now. And it would probably be very uncomfortable for us, the way that she did with Vietnam in her time.
While the images of what's happening in Venezuela travel the world, preserving the memory and work of Marisol has become a goal for the women at Teatro Vista. We know very little about Marisol Escobar. Why do you think that is?
Because she's a woman, and she was a woman at a time where men were who were seen as the real artist.
But times have changed. Marisol Escobar passed away in 2016 in New York City, leaving behind a trail of her work that may one day help define a culture and a generation.
It takes us, her own people, essentially, to mine the story again and to really go into it looking for connection.
The Museum of Contemporary Art here in Chicago knows a whole lot about Marisol, and joining us now to continue talking about the work that they're doing, and of course this great artist, is Gwendolyn Perry Davis. Thank you for being here with us this morning.
Thank you, Lourdes, for having us.
This is such a great story, and it really highlights the importance of a place like the Museum of Contemporary Art. For people that maybe are just learning about it or don't know very much about it, what should they know? How is it different than some of the other places that we've got here in Chicago?
I love this question, and I love to tell you and your audience about it. The wonderful thing about the Museum of Contemporary Art, and I think the thing that distinguishes us from other museums, is that we typically work with artists who are living. And because of that, audience get to experience the artist sometimes in the space, sometimes through video, and certainly through the materials that we produce. And that is unlike any other place in the city.
Yeah.
I found, and I think our visitors find, that meeting the artist provides an entirely new context about the work. Why did you create it? What did it mean? Why were you attracted to those colors and to those shapes? It's a really fun space to visit and to experience.
It definitely builds connection, which is what we all work towards. How do you engage the Latino community, for example? What should they know in terms of events that may be going on at the museum?
So Engaging Spanish-speaking audiences or bilingual audiences is an incredibly important part of the work that we do, and we're doing a lot of things. So I would say to any of your audiences that are watching, you can come to the museum and expect that the text that you see, the things that describe the objects, will be in Spanish as well as English. You can expect that all of the information about our shows and what you are watching are in Spanish. On certain events, you can come and we might have bilingual facilitation as well as Spanish, I like to say, really very good sign captioning, which is a very fun thing to do. Our website is also bilingual as well, and we are happy to accommodate all audiences. We believe strongly that having a bilingual aspect to our work, it encourages everyone to come visit and have an extraordinary experience at the museum.
It gets everybody connected. And when I was there, I told you, I have a 5-year-old. Can I bring my 5-year-old here? And you said it's a family place.
Absolutely.
So you actually try to engage the whole family.
Absolutely. And I would encourage, we are starting our series again, those family days. They'll start again on October 12th, and we do them monthly. We encourage families with children of all ages to come and to experience the museum through objects. We offer bilingual facilitation for those events. We have bilingual staff scheduled for every family day. It's a wonderful time to come and experience the show at the museum.
If you want to know a little bit more about Marisol, that's the place to go and ask, right?
Yes,
all right.
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. We appreciate your time.